Good day, everybody. I hope you all had a terrific Tuesday. My Tuesday went as follows. I didn't do much for most of the day. Took the opportunity to sleep in because I didn't have anything to do in the early afternoon or evening. What with me working closing at Planet Smoothie, but starting at 2 o'clock. That takes away from the do whatever I want, then show up for the evening to close the store out or whatever. Which is what I'll be doing on Saturday. I'm only working a 4-hour shift, 6 to 10 o'clock to close out on Saturday. So that'd be an easy one compared to what I'm getting used to now. Part of me is hoping that I hear from the person who's working, strangely enough, only 2 until I come in at 6. Since it seems to be a full shift, I'm waiting to see if I hear from that person asking if I can cover her shift, which I would be able to do if that happened. So, who knows? And if something comes up on Friday, if I'm not busy trying to get this car stuff situated, if I can, as long as I get some notice, I could squeeze that in as well. So, anyway, that's not today to worry about. So I went to test drive a car, and I test drove a car. I went to the Kia dealership up in Longwood, and I test drove a Kia Rio, which is one of my top choices, as I mentioned a couple days ago. So they told me straight up they didn't have any blue, which is fine. So they showed me a few different options: 2016, 2015, 5-door, which is a hatchback, versus a normal one. And they didn't have a lot of, like, I mean, it was very much the same. The interior, if the seats are up and everything is in position, it looks exactly the same for the interior either way. The hood is just as long, everything. The only difference is the hatchback has a lot more height in the trunk. And the divider right behind the seats is attached to the hatchback and can be removed, so you can actually create a big space versus the non-hatchback, the regular sedan. The seats can go down just like before, but you have the fixed solid divider that goes right up under the window, and then you have the trunk go out, and it is longer. It's a good, probably almost 2 feet longer. So you get more length with the sedan, but you get more height overall in the hatchback. So basically, just by looking at the two and seeing how everything else is exactly the same, the seats go down in the back, but that's it. There's no like lifting them up, shifting them further down like there is in the Honda Fit. Not very versatile. So I went, no real benefit for the hatchback, so my top choice of the 2 versions is the sedan. And I didn't really want, and really the only 2 options were white or silver, and I decided I didn't want white. There are black accents that show up a lot more on the white, but those black accents are there with the silver as well. And since I have a white car now, and I have for a long time, or it used to be a white car, now it's kind of just a dirty mess car. It's kind of like, why have a white car again? It's just going to get dirty and be really noticeable all the time. Silver isn't going to be much better, but it'll be a little better. Honestly, if I could find another Kia dealership and see what kind of stuff they have, because the only one that they had that was silver was a little bit more expensive because it had automatic windows. Versus, I'm still fine with manual windows because it's what I'm used to with my current car. But it handled just like my car. Like they said, isn't this an awesome turn radius? And I'm thinking, it's not really that impressive to me because that's what my car feels like when I make a turn. It has an awesome turn radius for making U-turns and stuff. So it didn't like jump out as awesome, but it was so similar to my car in feel. I couldn't quite feel the speed as much as I can in my car, but I could feel it more than I can in my dad's truck or my mom's van. When I drive those things, I can't feel it at all. I feel like I'm playing a video game sometimes. I mean, I feel I'm moving, but I don't feel the difference when I speed up and slow down just a little. and so I wind up going faster than I mean to sometimes in those cars just because I don't feel like I'm going that fast. So wow, I've probably been talking for 5 minutes. Went a little better than I thought. Yeah, so I mean it had the gear shifter down where I'm used to it being. It had the trunk release and the gas tank release in the exact same spot, the exact same layout as my car. The fuse panel was in the exact spot. Honestly, they upgraded a lot of things, like the radio's different, there's a CD player, things like that. But everything is almost in exactly the same place as my car, and it feels all a lot like my car. But it's that's like I said, if I could get a manual Windows, not that I'm super opposed to it, but it was like over 1,000 more just for that. So if I could find manual Windows, but in not white, that would be better. So again, that's what they had. So I might try to find another Kia dealership to see if they have what I want in their inventory. Otherwise, it's on the top of the list just because I haven't tried any of the others out. But whereas I had put it realistically above the Chevy Sonic, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that answer when I go to a Chevy dealer, that they don't have it in blue. I still want to go. I still want to try one out. But now, probably unless the Honda Fit is just like terrible handling or a terrible deal there or something, it's not done well. Unless that's the case, I'm probably leaning more towards the Honda Fit as my top choice. But like I said, I really like the feel of the Kia. So if Honda Fit doesn't jump out as strongly and the Chevy Sonic doesn't do well, and I do still intend on test driving a smart car, just hoping that it'll be greatly disappointing. Either it won't be enough room for me, or I just won't like the way it feels or something. I'm hoping that that's actually what the case is. That way I don't have to like say, oh, I love it, I want it more than anything else, and then have that not be what I wind up getting because of the other issues, concerns about it being small and stuff. So only 2-seater, 2-passenger, no real long-term realistic thing for me. So I should be thinking about things like that, because I am looking and I am trying to find someone to eventually, hopefully, start a family with. And whereas I haven't hit that first step yet of finding anybody, it is my goal, and I feel like it's in line with what God wants me to do right now. So I should have that in mind. And so realistically, probably not going to be the smart car, even though I want it, because I think I'll save money, and just it's me because it stands out. It's different and it's small, and I like small cars. But we'll see. So hopefully I'll be able to, maybe on Friday, go to the other places, go up in Sanford to a Honda dealership, maybe a Toyota dealership, because it's right there. I think there's a Chevy dealership nearby, so hit that one up too. Go check out maybe a couple of used car places, just because I'm not completely against having a pre-owned car, because the one I had was, when I got it, it was 4 years old, and it was good and worked for another 13 after that. So that car is actually 17 years old, but I had it for 14 years, my car. So anyway, what else? And then the drive. And we had kind of a chill week. We talked, he said he was going to talk about like what the drive is and what we should be looking forward to in the fall. That's what it made it sound like. He didn't really do that. He just kind of touched on a few things like making community and how important that is. We looked at a passage from Genesis 12, which was when Abraham sets out away from his home to where God wants him to go. He just follows God and trusts him for that. So it was hard to really see a focus in this message. It was a good message, I guess, but yeah. And so then afterwards we went out to Chick-fil-A and hung out for a little while. And then came home. That's about it. So yeah. Tomorrow, big day tomorrow. Um, Interview, a job interview, Seminole County Public Library. So, hopefully that goes well. And then immediately after that, I have to come home, change clothes, and go to Planet Smoothie to work the remainder of my 8-hour shifts. If I don't quite make it at 2, I've been told that's okay. I have the opener waiting for me and being okay with me being a little late. Hopefully I won't be too late, but hopefully this interview goes well. And biggest hopefully of all is that I can hear something that's hopefully positive, even if it's not solid, because it's the county. I don't really expect an immediate response, but hopefully I can get some kind of idea on Thursday when I volunteer as to whether or not, hopefully whether I'm going to get it. And it might just be a waiting game. That'd be like best case scenario. Best case scenario is on Thursday. She comes up, she tells me, we really liked it, we think we're going to go with you. It's just a matter of time with letting everything fall into place. Best case scenario. Honestly, I'll take as a worst case scenario. Being told no right away would be better than waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to hear something and then having it wind up being a no. So I'd rather have an immediate no. Like I said, it's a position that only requires a GED or high school diploma, and I have to be at least 18. I fit those, but I was also told that there are other people who are applying that have a little more experience than me. So I'm hoping they don't beat me out. It's possible they could. But it's also possible because I'm in the system already working as a volunteer that could put me above them. I don't know, but be praying tomorrow, or you're gonna see this. Well, no, I'm going to upload it right away, so maybe you will see this before. At any rate, I'm going to close out the vlog here. I feel like I'm rambling, so good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.